subscribe to Hip Hop Universe, man. They're doing the best rapper of all time, and it's done by way like a tournament. They have brackets and everything, man. It's very unique. Go ahead and check it out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna review part three. Part three. They have 4 parts up there right now. I'm gonna review part three of it. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Waiting, it's like an AIDS test. What's the results? Not positive. Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big.
Far as I'm concerned, who's the best? Me and Jesus. Washed and dried, so give me all of mine and pesos.
They saying that I'm top one, more or less the best. Let's travel through the vortex when Gore-Tex was a flex.
You see them stats? You know what I am about? I am the champ. I am Mike and about.
That was it. We was lit. Y'all wasn't even yet. We was 3-6. Wu-Tang mixed with Dipset.
Who be the king of the sound? Bust a bus back to just put a lock on the town.
This goes out for those that choose to use disrespectful views on the king of NY. I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I'm Cool G, rap greatest of all times, and you can see it. Inside my rhymes, you get the demo. It's the demo.
Welcome back to the biggest hip-hop tournament in history, in which we determine the greatest rapper of all time, given a list of 1,024 rappers in total. In order to achieve this goal, I created 32 brackets and let my fans vote for their favorites. Just like in the previous 2 episodes, I will give my thoughts on the results of the voting. This video is the third part of the 5-episode series and covers brackets 17 to 24. If you haven't seen the results of bracket 1 to 16 yet, then make sure to check out part 1 and part 2. Anyway, let's take a look at the results.
So I guess the way this is voted by people from his side.
Bracket 17. Agree with Papoose over Boss. Fashion over Markami. I'm a fan of both, but Markami has his own unique style. Fashion is kinda generic in comparison. I mean, some people say Markami is an MF Doom clone, but his way of rhyming, his flow, and his production is way different in my opinion. He has an interesting character, skill-wise slightly better than Fashion, and I also prefer his music. Fashion doesn't really have that much recognition value when it comes to style, voice, and overall persona. Markami is like the Rey Mysterio of rap. He is more secretive, we don't know much about him, and his music is less accessible. But his character and style just grabs your attention and makes you want to learn more about that guy.
My cool, nigga. You smoking rocks. I don't want to hear these rap niggas spit a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo.
Rock Marcy, of course better than whack-ass Pooh Shiesty.
Absolutely.
Joe Budden over Sauce Money, debatable. Something about his delivery and the way he was rapping just pissed me off, and I didn't like him or his music for a good decade. He sounds fake deep and pretentious at times, and is too overconfident when it comes to his rapping skills. At least early on, when he thought he was better than most members of the Wu-Tang Clan, Cannabis, legends like Melly Mel and Prodigy, when he was ranting about Vibe magazine's best rappers of all time bracket.
You mean to tell me if Method Man was standing in front of my face right this second, and we had to rap back and forth, that Method Man would be the victor? Against me?
And even later on when he said he was better than Eminem.
Eminem.
He drew a 1 seed, do you agree?
Yes.
I've been better than you this entire fucking decade.
Well, I'm not gonna rap. Check this out, because I do this. If y'all keep booing, I will stop rapping completely. And that's just it.
Man, really, name me 3 Joe Budden songs. Don't worry, I got time, I'll cut the song.
Sauce Money was the ghostwriter for a lot of rappers back in the day. Didn't have much of a career, unfortunately, but his rapping skills were always on point. I would say on the same level as Joe Budden.
For people that don't know hip-hop. For idiots like him who do not know hip-hop.
DJ Paul from 3 6 Mafia over Lakim Shabazz. I can agree when we're talking about catalog and overall impacts, but skill-wise I would definitely disagree. Gifts of Gab from Blackalicious over whack-ass Playboy Cardi clone Cochise. Can't disagree. Freeway also better than Camouflage. OG Rappin' Forte, far better than whack-ass Kid Buu. Pioneer Grandmaster Cass over Sofago, of course.
I don't even know.
Take Off from the Migos over Lady of Rage.
No way. No way. No way.
How is Left Off beating anybody in this tournament?
I ain't left off Battle Boots. You think I'm left off Battle Boots?
Say again?
You You say I'm left out bad and bougie? What you say?
Yo, these European dudes, man, they have the
Do it look like I'm left out bad and bougie?
weird
What you say?
sense
Do it
of
look like I'm
humor.
left out bad and bougie?
Mumble rap.
I mean, in rock,
Take the cock out of your mouth and speak clearly, young man. Fuck this mumble blah, blah, blah. Speak clearly. Let me hear what the fuck you're saying.
Also disagree with NLE Chopper over Big Scoop. NLE, mediocre at best, one-dimensional, made the same song Shutter Flow like a million times now, and his fans are still waiting for more.
Yeah.
Agree with Scarface from the Ghetto Boys or Mr.
Absolutely.
Cheeks from the Lost Boys. Sterang Wonder from Original Gun Clappers, definitely better than Prince B from
Absolutely.
B&B Dawn. Also agree with Benny the Butcher over Lil Bibby.
Absolutely.
Don't care for Tony Yayo and Chingy, both trash to me. But Smoke Dizza, better than Noah from Cunnilinguists, is debatable. Skill-wise, he
I
might
don't
be
know
superior, but the Cunnilinguists
I
have
know
a far
Smoke
better
Dizza.
catalog.
I don't.
Papoose, of course, better than Fashawn. Joe Budden over Rock Marcy.
Whoa.
You agree with that?
No.
Rock Marcy has the better catalog, in my opinion. He's
Yeah.
still putting out great projects. Like I said early on,
gonna have to go with
Joe has
Marcy
one of
over
the worst
Joe.
deliveries in hip-hop. Most of his quote-unquote deep and introspective songs sounded fake and unauthentic to me. And it took me a long time to get used to it. And now that I got used to it, I still don't like most of his songs.
But look at this list. These niggas is whack on this list, son.
Okay, point out who you don't agree with the numbers.
I'm better than most of the niggas that on this list. This list is about rapping.
Battle rap-wise, I don't think either one of you is top tier. Joe basically embarrassed himself against Harlow the Dawn and didn't do so well when he had his little beef going on with Cannabis, who basically bodied the entire Slaughterhouse crew. Joe might have the better punchlines, flows, and the better cadence, but Rock Marcy is overall the more skilled MC in my opinion. Plus he makes better music.
Yeah, it depends
DJ
on
Paul
what
is
you're
not
looking
better
for.
than Gift of Gab, I'm sorry. Not even close, rapping-wise. Gab had the better vocabulary, better flows, and always had multi-syllabic rhymes and dope metaphors, while DJ Paul always had nursery rhymes. If they rap back and forth together, both in their primes, DJ Paul would look like an amateur in comparison. Freeway is the more technically advanced rapper, but Rappin' Forte is a legend in the game, and has a higher status
Freeway
overall in
will
the
rap.
culture.
I
We
don't
gotta
even.
strip these people of their legendary status.
Rapping
But his flow is
sportation
outdated.
they got this
Freeway is a
long.
lot sharper when it comes to lyricism, technical
He is the
skills, and
OG,
flows.
but
Glad that Grandmaster
Talk about
Caz is getting
rapping.
some love, especially after Offset defeated Coke La Rock.
When I see blasphemy like this,
Get the Migos the hell out of here. Scarface, of course, better than NLE Chopper,
Absolutely.
not even debatable. Agree with Ben the Butcher over Sterang, especially when it comes to consistency and artistic output.
Yeah.
And yes, Smoke Dizza is of course better than Tony Yayo, the worst
Yeah.
member of G Unit. Round 3, Papoose easily better than Joe Budden, no question.
You agree with that?
no.
DJ Paul better than Freeway,
No.
don't think so. At least
No.
not skill-wise.
No.
Music and impact-wise, definitely. I also agree with Scarface over Grandmaster Caz, although Grandmaster Caz is a pioneer that's been around since 1974. He basically helped to make hip-hop what it is today. Without him, the first hit song in rap history probably wouldn't exist. I mean, there was Kington III by the Fatback Band, which was the first official rap song in history, but it wasn't really a hit. The first hit was Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang, which was written by Grandmaster Caz. Not intentionally, though. Big Bang Hank actually stole Grandmaster Caz's lyrics, grouped together with Wonder Mike and Master G, and made a hit out of it behind his back. Back then, Grandmaster Caz called himself DJ Casanova Fly. Hank didn't even change that part in the lyrics where he was supposed to spell his own name in the song.
Yeah, he caught.
I
Yeah.
wrote everything Hank
He
said on
bit the
Rapping
song
for
so
Life.
much.
All right. I'm
He-
the CASN.
he said his
that's
name.
my name, Casanova Fly. Okay.
How you gonna?
I agree with Ben the Butcher over Smoke Dizza in the final matchup of
Bang
round
Hank.
3. And in the semifinals, we had Papoose over DJ Paul, which I agree with, and Scarface over Benny the Butcher. With Scarface being the legend and wordsmith that he is, I can't be mad at him for kicking out Benny, who's one of my favorite rappers out right now. And in the finals, you picked Scarface over Papoose, which I can agree with. Nobody in this bracket comes close.
I rap better than most of these niggas. Whoever constructed this list, and then they're not even man enough to put their name up here. So when I tell them that they can suck dick, I'm wrong?
Papoose made it to the top 64, and Scarface to the top 32. Bracket 18. One Hit Wonder Jibs over Ladybug Mecca from Diggable Planets.
No.
Definitely disagree with this one. Diggable Planets was one of the best hip-hop groups ever. What has
Absolutely.
Jibs done for hip-hop aside from Chain Hang Low, which is not even worth mentioning?
Did your chain? Oh my goodness.
Agree with King Lowe's over Clef Dallas from Ill Biscuits. Busta Rhymes easily better than whack-ass Lil Twist.
Absolutely.
Lunch Money Lewis and Kamaya are both trash to me, so I don't care about them. But I agree with Warren G over AMG.
Absolutely.
Also with Edo G over Key Gluck. Action
Absolutely.
Bronson definitely better than Dreezy.
Absolutely.
But then you pick Casanova the Dawn, who's basically another Tupac clone, or a Walmart version of a Tupac clone, I should say, who came out years after Pac passed, rapping as the quote-unquote reincarnation of Machiavelli, basically trying to mimic his flow, voice, delivery, his cadence, and more or less the subject matter. And then people created conspiracy theories about him actually being Pac who faked his death to rap under a new alias. I actually called him one of the worst rappers of all time at one point. Michi is far more talented and at least he's original. Agree with Havoc from Mobb Deep over Chinks, Lil Uzi Vert over Murder Mook.
What? What?
Murder Mook, one of the illest battle rappers ever, loses to whack-ass Lil Uzi Vert, who, by the way, doesn't even write his own whack-ass lyrics. He has ghostwriters like most rap artists today that make quote-unquote vibe music. Lil Uzi Vert's ghostwriters have the second smallest vocabulary in all of hip-hop. He has a weak subject matter, never had a punchline in his life, and makes trash music in my opinion.
This guy.
I mean, the music part is of course subjective, but aside from his melodies, catchy autotune hooks, and nice beats, he doesn't have much to offer. You can't tell me that he stands out in any aspect of rapping. In the positive way, I mean. When he's standing face to face with a real lyricist, what is he gonna do? Sing? You're trying to tell me that he can out-rap this man right here?
Pardon me for being type hurt when I did the site search. You questioning my worth. If you want to fight first, then let's get it. Knife work. Get ripped like a tight shirt. When you stretching it, pipe burst, nigga. You light work like electricians. Take your hands off your hip, nigga. Listen.
Everybody wanna be who? Yeah, wait, yeah, Lil Uzi, like your girlfriend, my groupie. Yeah, wait,
What?
fuck her right up in the coochie, like yeah, walk around diamonds on me, like what?
My whole gang bring the drama to your doorstep. Can't take losses, the costs get offset. 3-piece suit in a box, looking all fresh. Next step, gotta get the revving like a Corvette.
Running through all of these groupies, yeah. I might just put my yeah, right in their coochie, like yeah. I feel like Boozy with all of this coochie, all of these diamonds and diamonds, yeah. All of these diamonds they dancing.
These niggas is whack on this list, son. This list is about rapping. This list is not the best artist.
No, it's the best rapper
This is
ever.
not who has the most hits, who has the most money. This is not about who sells the most. This is about rapping, no?
So you don't write your own lyrics, have the second smallest vocabulary in hip-hop, no technical skills, no punchlines, weak flows, no lyrical diversity, weak storytelling, nothing that makes you stand out in terms of rapping skills, but you can sing. That's your argument.
Exactly. Exactly, nigga.
I'm confused, yo.
INS the Rebel, far better than Shy Glizzy.
Absolutely.
Flat Earth conspiracy theorist and pop rapping cornball B.O.B. is not better than C Murder.
Yes, he is.
Fuck out of here.
No, you
Agree
fuck
with
outta
Steel
here.
from Smith & Wesson over Prince Marky D from the
Yes.
Fat Boys. Biggie over No Hit Wonder Hitman is kinda obvious. And I'm glad that DJ Hollywood is getting his flowers. We're lucky that Lil Yachty doesn't have a cult-like fanbase like Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi Vert, or Young Thug. Or else my old ass would have to worry about him beating the Notorious B.I.G. in the next round. Not even joking, something similar to this will happen in part 4 of this tournament.
Overrated.
But yeah, Lil Yachty is the definition of whack. If you Google the term whack rapper, first thing that will pop up is a picture of him and 50 rappers that look and sound similar. Agree with DaBaby over Duke Deuce, and that was it for the first round. In the second round, I agree with all of your picks. King Lowe's over Jibs, Busta Rhymes far better than Lunch Money Lewis, Warren G, music and impact wise better than Edo G, Action Bronson far better than Casanova the Dawn, Havoc from Mobb Deep better than Lil Uzi Vert, alhamdulillah. Inspector Deck definitely better than B.O.B, same with Biggie and Steel, and the last one is debatable. DaBaby is mediocre at best at rapping, very generic and one-dimensional in terms of flow, subject matter and style. DJ Hollywood is one of the first MCs in the game and has a far higher status and impact on the genre than DaBaby, but skill-wise he was mediocre, I would say. The lyrical complexity in the 70s isn't comparable to anything after 1987, when OGs like Rakim revolutionized the game. So DaBaby could technically out-rap him, even though his lyrics are somewhere between trash and mediocre for today's standards.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is
high level rap are better than I for sure. Don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? I like to turn people up, I like to make people feel good, but at the same time, you're gonna have to go get Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole for me, Nas, Jay-Z. No, nigga. No. No.
Quarterfinals. Busta Rhymes definitely better than King Los. Warren G in terms of impact, importance and music, definitely superior to Action Bronson, but lyrically he's not quite on his level.
You can never fuck with my pen, my nigga. My sword, my blade, whatever you want to call it, I'm too nasty for you. This is why the fuck you look up to me. It sound like me.
I know many people accuse Action Bronson of biting Ghostface Killer's rapping style, flow, and his voice is also very similar. But you can't deny that he can come up with some clever lines and stories compared to Warren G, who's much more laid back and smooth with his rhymes and flows. Havoc better than INS is debatable. I think as far as rapping skills and lyricism goes, Deck is far better. His pen game is definitely underrated.
Yeah.
This man never had a whack verse. You can argue about who made the better music, Wu-Tang or Mobb Deep, both top 10 rap groups of all time in my opinion. I actually did a video on that which you can check out if you want. But Havoc's contributions to Mobb Deep surpassed that of Dex for the Wu-Tang Clan. Part of a reason for that is of course that Havoc is also a producer. But we don't care about producing here, we only care about rapping. Another argument for Havoc's contributions is of course the fact that he was part of a duo, and Deck was a member of a supergroup of 10 top-tier lyricists. Deck didn't get to rap on every song of the group, while Prodigy and Havoc were going back and forth together on most of their songs in their catalog. This might also be an argument for the overall impact. Not many people can name every single member of the Wu-Tang Clan, but I think it's more likely that people can name the members of Mobb Deep. As a group overall, I would say Wu-Tang has the bigger impact. So yeah, in terms of skills, Inspectah Deck, of course.
What y'all think, man? Y'all think who got the bigger impact, man? Wu-Tang or Mobb Deep? It's a good question.
In terms of impact, just for being part of the more impactful group, also Inspectah Deck. In terms of music, it's of course debatable. I love both and wouldn't pick one over the other in terms of catalog. Biggie over DaBaby is self-explanatory. I agree with Busta over Warren G and Biggie over Havoc. And of course Biggie also won the finals. So Busta made it to the top 64 and Biggie to the top 32.
Plats, baby, straight plats, homie. Baby, baby.
I'm gonna stop here at bracket 19. Maybe I do. Let's stop right here at bracket 19, man. This is pretty interesting, man. Go check out Hip Hop Universe, man. Sounds pretty interesting. Maybe I'll come back with part 2. We'll finish it out.